Alright, so Chainsaw Man episode 2 cut out the entire Muscle Devil Manga sequence, and I made a separate video going over exactly what happened. So if you want to see that video, you can click right here. But ultimately, introducing both Power and Aki in this episode compared to next week's episode makes for better pacing. But for the overall narrative, I hope Mappa doesn't cut out any more manga material, since Chainsaw Man is only 97 chapters, which consists of mostly battle sequences for the second half of the story. Episode 2 covers chapters 2, 3, 4, and the beginning parts of chapter 5, so let's actually begin with Makima introducing Denji into Devil Hunter HQ, where she explains about public safety devil hunters in general. Denji is distracted by Makima's attractiveness, and I mean, well, can you blame him? But when Makima gives Denji his uniform, here is where we get to meet Aki Hayakawa. Aki is considered the secondary protagonist alongside Denji, and despite these two hating each other initially, we will slowly watch their relationship blossom into friends later on. Now, manga readers will be pleasantly surprised when the anime cut into this picture of a fallen angel. For anime onlys, this picture becomes very symbolic to someone's characterization late into Chainsaw Man, but this picture was inspired by a real-life painter and artist's work titled Paradise Lost, which depicts the falling of man into a devil, which nicely fits into the universe of Chainsaw Man. In any case, Denji gets dragged off with Aki to go out patrol the area. Denji asks Aki if Makima is single. Annoyed, Aki takes Denji into an alleyway corner and punches him straight in the face. He confronts Denji, exposing him to being a devil hunter for all the wrong reasons, or rather only reason of becoming a devil hunter to hopefully get with Makima one day. And you know, you can't exactly think he's wrong from this point of view. Even if a devil hunter gets paid big money to hunt down devils, is that money worth it overall, considering how dangerous and risky the job of a devil hunter can be? Aki continues, saying the only devil hunters who's been alive in this career long enough are the ones driven with motivation and drive, which becomes one of the underlying themes in the episode. What is a dream and goal one should aspire to? What happens when you achieve it? And is the pursuit of a dream, no matter how big or small it is, less valuable to someone who has a dream for more noble reasons? That being said, Denji doesn't really care about Aki's speech and immediately kick him in the nuts. Mappa was congratulated last week for their amazing chainsaw sound effects, and here I need to compliment the sounds when Denji kicks Aki in the groin. Aki's face looked like he's really in pain, and I'm sure any guys watching this review who has been hit in that area before can also agree with how actually painful it truly is. The joke carries on when Denji tells Makima that Aki was attacked by a nut devil, which is hilarious, but here is when Makima tells both Aki and Denji that they will be on the same squad together. Makima continues telling Aki that Denji can transform into a devil, which is a simple line most people would just simply ignore because of what we know about Denji, but I want to reiterate that people like Denji who can transform into devils are very, very rare in this universe. But the frightening bit of dialogue is Makima confirming that if Denji were to run away, he will be hunted and killed as a devil. Once again, the music really sets the tone here with how dark and serious you should take Makima's bit of dialogue. The music encapsulates that fully. We learn that Aki and Denji will be living together, and Denji wonders if Makima is a bad or good person, with Aki reassuring him that she is because she saved his life. One of my favorite moments of the episode then shows Denji happily pouring all kinds of jam into his bread, because this was something he and Pochita fantasized about last week. And man, I don't care what some of you will say in the comments, that bread oozing with butter and jam looked delicious to me. We cut into a brief montage of Aki being annoyed by Denji's living habits, followed by a police reporting of a fiend in someone's house. Aki explains to Denji what fiends are and how they can be distinguished by the characteristics shown on their heads. Later on in the episode, we see how Power has red horns coming out of her head, and the fiend Aki and Denji runs into in the house has sharp fangs. In this manga, this fiend is never identified, and I was hoping the anime would at least distinguish it for us hardcore Chainsaw Man fans, but I guess it's not really important. Aki orders Denji to kill the fiend and show his devil power, but Denji decapitates and kills the devil, explaining that his powers look painful and he wanted to give a painless death to the fiend. Aki gets angry and explains that fiends are devils too, and he shouldn't sympathize with them. Since devils killed his family, he wants them to suffer, and that bit of dialogue will be further explored in the upcoming episode. Denji says that if there are devils he can be friends with, he will be, as he doesn't have any friends. Hearing that, Aki leaves the room. Denji then reveals that he in reality didn't want to use his chainsaws, as he saw some porn magazines and the chainsaws will spray blood all over them. Denji then mentions that while Aki is still chasing his dream, Denji is already living his, but it still feels like he is missing something. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this is a theory of motivation which states that 5 categories of human needs dictate an individual's behavior. Those needs are physiological needs, safety needs, love, and so forth. Denji, compared to other shonen protagonists, has the lowest of motivational drives and wants for obvious reasons, but I just just want to point this out as to why Denji is the character that he is. He's not trying to become the Hokage or become the #1 hero. The man just wants to touch some boobs. Back at work, Makima informs Denji that she is pairing him with a buddy of hers for small-scale missions and warns him she is a fiend. Power makes an entrance announcing her name. Denji starts to wonder if fiends can be devil hunters, but as he sees her chest, he quickly accepts it and gets excited to work with her. The two are then seen out patrolling, with Power having thirst for blood and smacks Denji on the head and tells him to let her kill something. Now, what I couldn't really decipher here is the animation team giving Power blonde hair, but we also see sequences and moments of Power having pink hair. So is Mappa just going to make this an ongoing joke, or can someone truly tell me if Power's hair in this anime is going to be blonde or pink? Regardless, Power smells some blood and starts running, excited for a fight. She jumps from the building and creates a hammer with her blood and smashes the sea cucumber devil to pieces. She starts laughing, stating the glory is hers, and this entire sequence of Power activating her blood hammer looked so fluid, and the way her hammer contacted the sea cucumber devil and exploded immediately on impact was another standout moment and reinforces once again how much Mappa is putting into work to make this series look really special. If Power smashing some fodder sea cucumber devil looked this impressive, I can't wait to see how major battles later on in the anime will play out. Let me know what moments stood out to you this week, and if you want to see an early sneak peek of what will happen next week for episode 3, you can click on this video right here.